So one of the side effects of a high carbohydrate vegan diet, aka Durianrider protocols, is your power goes up. And I wasn't paying attention. I was texting. I was texting your mum on a Bumble there, and I ran. I didn't run the red light. I ran into the red light, and I knocked over my bicycle. So people, all right, if you do my protocols, please pay attention because it could be destructive if you hit traffic furniture. Okay, pay attention on the road. Okay, safety warning. What does it feel like to get old? Durianrider, you're 46. Old man, gramps to some people. For some people, I'm a whippersnapper. For some people, I'm old and creepy. What does it feel like to be 46? I didn't think it would feel this good, to be honest. When I was 17, I thought when I'm 40, I'll be like fat and unfair and like, you know, just like the average Aussie guy out there. I had no idea of vegan nutrition, that you can have a real high level of cardio fitness to, you know, 60s, 70s. I mean, look at the age group world records for the marathon. Okay, and look at that up. Okay, so you can have a very high level of fitness into your very, very later years. I don't feel 46. I feel like 14-year-old. The lack of responsibility I have. I mean, the main responsibility in my life would be cats, some stray cats that live at one of my properties, and a couple of pigeons that live at my city studio. That's my main responsibilities that I feel obligated to. The welfare of is stray cats and a couple of feral pigeons. So, you know, I chose not to have kids. I had a vasectomy. Actually, I was lucky. Before I had my vasectomy that I didn't. The storage cut out. I was saying that I feel very young because I have a very low level of responsibility. You know, the more responsibility you have, the older you will look and feel. If you have 100 employees versus you're the employee, you know, responsibility. If you have kids, that's a big responsibility. All right. It's just, yeah. So I don't feel like an adult. I don't feel my age. You know, I don't go to a running race and go, wow, I'm 46. I hardly train. There's a bunch of 18-year-old guys out here who train hardcore. They're going to beat me. I'm like, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Most of the time, I do beat them. Most of the time, I beat the young guys in running races and bike races. Most of the time, I do. And there's many reasons for that, but you know, primarily nutrition and mindset, and just lifestyle. All right. When you have kids, man, that's tough. Like I have Natasha, and Natasha's, you know, well old enough to be my daughter or granddaughter even, and so, you know, I have that level of responsibility, and that's I enjoy being daddy. And there's responsibilities like that, but in terms of like me living the average lifestyle of the average 46-year-old in Australia, I don't live that. So how can I feel old? All right. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have any debt. I don't have any kids. I have cats and pigeons and Natasha and a lot of bikes. Okay, so, you know, an average person out there is just waking up to heaps of stimulants, a coffee every day, just to grind through it. And I get it. I'm not here to say, hey, I'm better than anyone. All right, I'm just saying I chose a different life path. And if I chose what they said I should do, if I listen to them, they say, if I listen to what they say, I know I wouldn't be in the shape I am in now. I wouldn't have the life quality I have now. I wouldn't have the freedom I have now. I wouldn't have the money I have now. I wouldn't have the health and the babes and all that stuff and the fitness and the lifestyle. I wouldn't be sitting on a beach. Well, I was sitting on the beach when this video was made, but right now I'm sitting in a resort here in Bali at the in the foyer, really, really nice foyer, and I'm about to go to another hotel, and then just Natasha's paying for that. You know, Natasha pays most of the trips now because she's making the OnlyFans coin. And so yeah, I just, you know, I let other people's kids look after me. People like, you know, have kids so you get looked after. And it's like, no, get other people's kids to look after you, all right? And in turn, you look after them as well, you know? It's like this whole thing of like people go, oh, you got to have kids because otherwise you'll be lonely one day. And it's like, what? Look at all the people in nursing homes. Most of those people had kids, yeah? Right? And it's like, it's such a false belief thinking if you have kids you won't be lonely. Like, that's just such bullshit, man. That's just like such a scam. Such a lie. It's crazy. Most kids out there don't look after their parents. They've got their own lives going on, all right? And I understand that, you know. The duty of a parent is to look after the kids. The duty of a child isn't to look after you, all right? If they want to, fantastic. If they don't, then that's how it is. So again, you know, like, you want to have people in your life who want to be there. How does it feel to be old? I don't know. I don't, you know. I eat carbohydrate as much as I want. I get my water. I get my sleep. You know, I very rarely use stimulants, and if I do use stimulants, it's a very low dosage, and I don't run myself into the ground, you know. So I don't know what it's like to feel old, man, but I can imagine it must feel pretty shit. I can imagine. Well, I can't, but I can try and imagine what it'd be like to not be able to run a 5K, even though you're able to walk and stuff. You know, assuming you have any injuries, but you can't sprint for 5K. That would suck. You know, that would make me feel old. I know 15-year-olds who can't sprint. Like, I walk down the street and I'm like, I walk past them, I'm like, I can beat you, I can beat you, I can beat you, I can beat you, I can beat you. You know, it's very, very rare. I'm on my bicycle and someone passes me and I can't keep up. It's like, if that happens, they're like professional level rider, like, you know, really good pro level rider, or could be a pro. You know, it's very rare that happens. Same in the running events. If someone beats me at a running event, they're fucking fit, man. They're fucking fit. You know, like, when I mean beat, I mean like out of sight. Can't see him at the finish line. Not just, you know, nip in front. But yeah, so I don't know what that feels like. Yeah. I probably look my age. You know, bit of grey hair, bit of wrinkles, bit of hair thinning, stuff like that. Just, you know, genetics, Caucasian life, whatever. Same as my dad. It is what it is. Doesn't bother me too much. Might bother other people, but it doesn't bother me too much. Just like pigeons, you know, I like my pigeons, and I like my cats. So I like my shoes and my bikes. Live your life, people, and leave a legacy. Avoid being a douche. And if you want to feel younger, if you want to feel your best, do my protocols. How many 46-year-olds out there do you know living my lifestyle? There's your answer. When people say, what about sugar, Durianrider? What about this? What about that? I'm like, look at my life, look at yours. If you're living a better quality of life than me, then ignore what I have to say. If my lifestyle is something you would like to do, then study what I say, as arrogant as it sounds, that's the facts, and take a leaf out of my book, okay? Take a leaf out of my book. Don't listen to douchebags out there who aren't living the best quality of life. People who are just purely money focused, and they're depressed as heck, okay? A lot of people with a lot of money and a lot of fame, very, very depressed.